I think we got to switch the intro music. We got to come in with that banging music right off the bat.
Yeah. I'm sure they're working on something. I'm
a message helmet, right? That keeps throwing me off. I keep thinking I'm hitting the wrong one. Sorry for the behind the scenes stuff. NBA rundown. We are live. RunPureSports.com. I got Tyler Hicks with me. I got Meg with me. And it's going to be a great day because our guy Kurt just showed up. He's got the bat signal the background. My guy Sylvester in the chat. Matty Ice. What is up? We had some great NBA basketball last night. The Miami Heat got the win. We talked about it. We loved it on the show yesterday. We gave out the plus 8.5 on the show. And, of course, to the members of RunPureSports.com. You know, some people don't have time to watch us talk every day, although they should probably make time, right, Tyler? But for those that don't, right, they just logged on. They got the playbook. They got the play. Not only did we give out the plus 8.5 on the show, but the members also got that over. Tyler, when did that cash? About the fourth quarter? I mean, boy, 2 games that have just flown over so far. Be interesting to see how they adjust these totals. But let's get straight to our guest. Meg, since Kurt's still getting ready, we're going to start with you. Your thoughts on the NBA playoffs since the last time I've seen you.
Oh, I mean, this, Eastern Western finals round is awesome, because we've been kind of having to put up with some blowouts and that kind of stuff. But I think we're going to get 2 great series, and I'm super excited to hopefully not have the white flag waved at like 4 or 5 minutes, every other game. And I hope we get a really good series from both. And I think we will. So, yeah, the first 2 games have been awesome.
Well, I'll tell you what, Miami's going to try and make sure that we don't have a good series in the East tomorrow night. They've actually been vocal about that, saying they're not, most teams, we got one, we'll head back home. Right. They're really going to try and end it. Kurt, when you're hearing that type of talk coming out of the Miami Heat camp, how are you feeling? Are you worried? Are you nervous? Or are you more confident than ever backing your Boston Celtics?
I mean, it's pretty sad how much a coach can negatively influence a team. Like, they
did this last year though. It's not like they.
Oh no, I know. Like, I agree that yes, the same thing happened, but it's night and day how this team plays with Emmy and how it plays with Joe, Sleepy Joe. We'll start calling him Sleepy Joe. I mean, it's horrible, man. Like, oh God, you watch the team. Oh, it's painful to watch them, man.
I was gonna say it's gotta be so frustrating as a fan.
It's so frustrating because when it was just so pretty when Emmy was coaching and. Oh God! All Joe needs to do is just be the median, just be average. Like you can let Spoelstra outcoach you a little bit because we have so much more talent. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really worried. Like happened even last series too. So, and I think that Sixers were a more complete team. I mean, because the poor Heat have freaking nagging injuries. They got
wait. You think the Sixers are a more complete team than the Heat?
What kind of question is that? You want Caleb? I mean, the bench is Caleb Martin. Like, they have a bunch of undrafted guys where it's like Tyrese Maxey, Harden. It's just a talent thing. I'm not saying they're a better team. It's just, but.
No, and I'm going to completely agree. And I'm going to say that doesn't matter. When your MVP goes 5 of 18, right, and he's flopping around on the floor, I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay, cool. You have more
difference, though. Like, Jimmy Butler's a hell of a leader. Like, he's a natural born leader.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the worst thing they ever did was get rid of him, honestly. They're not handing him a blank check.
Can you imagine that and how different our narrative would be if Embiid played with him? I mean, we'd probably be putting Embiid up there with, some of the best centers ever because they would be winning every single season. But they chose to go with Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris instead. And when we talk about moves that will go down in infamy, right? Like for those old enough, right? That's like the Herschel Walker trade for the Philadelphia 76ers, right? You're never going to live that down. So, of course, we got to give Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat credit. Anything more from last night's game before we dive into tonight? Meg, any other takeaways? First of all, I'm excited to have you on the show today.
Well,
because you're excited about Showdown. I got Title on there yesterday. Tyler's going, I'm not really that good at Showdown. I'll make a couple lineups, but I'm concentrating on baseball. But I know, and he's not excited about it, I know that you are excited about Showdown. Talk to me real quick because I like it more too. So and it's also people are different, right? Glaucoma. If you guys make sure you follow Glaucoma, he put a great article and he talked about what worked for him but he kept reinforcing the point. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the only way to do it, and it's not necessarily mean it's going to work for you. Right. And I feel that you and I are kind of similar, where we do better on shorter slates, maybe information overload, maybe we're trying to factor in too much. But for whatever reason, we seem to do well, perform better on showdowns. How excited are you for Showdown slate tonight? And after Title kind of poo-pooed it yesterday, let us know why you're excited and why we're going to do some winning on that Showdown slate. And it's crazy, too, because at Run Pure, we've dominated Showdown.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I did first, so I did see the show, and that was funny. But I love Showdown in all sports. I love the, like you said, the shorter slates, the niche formats, which is Showdown. And I think that there's just, I know different sports, as he spoke to, maybe you have different edges in different sports. I totally get what he was saying there. But I just enjoy Showdown because it allows you to make just some really major stands. You can get weird, you can get weird with your captain. You can get weird at flex plays. Like you could I don't know. I just find it just a little easier to be unique and that can help get you to.
And how many lineups do you usually build? Because I think that's what it comes down to. So I messed around with the 20 max because, right, if you have like Saber Sim, like why would you not? But, JSU and a lot of these guys say, hey, where you're at for your DFS, adventure or career, maybe you should focus on just making 2 or 3 stronger lineups. And I've been doing that. I make less lineups, and I think that's another I'm not as worried about the dupes that he is, where if you're putting in 100 lineups.
Yeah, I get that. And absolutely get that.
Now the duplicating becomes an issue. How many lineups do you like to make? Like, so for tonight, how many are you thinking of making?
Yeah, I'm just 2 or 3. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just 2 or 3. For NBA and for other sports, NFL I do more. But for NBA, just 2 or 3. And I think.
But for NFL Showdown, do you do more?
I'll do more like 10 to 20. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do more like 10 to 20 for NFL. Because like he said, you can get that like one guy that catches a 60-yard bomb and that just totally it flips the slate. And, you might want to get some different exposures there. So for NFL, obviously that's my favorite sport. That's one reason. And secondly, I do think just the variance in that particular sport, I do actually probably closer to 20 each Showdown slate for NFL. But for NBA, just 2 to 3. And I think that makes a ton of sense to just kind of focus on making really 2 or 3 really good ones. And, to your point, like, Rubio, Kurt crushing it on the playbook. They're crushing the Discord. It just had Run Pure was all over the leaderboard the other night, So, I mean, why not do NBA Showdown right now? Big T, Rubio, Phallic, everybody's winning. And it was great to see it. And the guys do a great job on the playbook and in the Discord, keeping everybody kind of in the know about where they think the edges are.
Kurt, I for one am excited to play some Showdown tonight. I know you've done well on it all year. How do you think that your strategies are different on a Showdown slate than, say, when we had you on 3 months ago and we're building 7-8 game slates?
Sorry, I locked myself out of my DK account. I'm going to fucking cut myself. But, so last night's a great example. I'm a Celtics fan, but I didn't care. No one wanted Captain Jimmy Butler. No one wanted to do it. So all the thing-winching contests, I was duped one time. And the optimal lineup was Captain Jimmy did all I can't remember the exact lineup, and then it came down to Kevin Love or Caleb Martin. I've been fading Kevin Love all fucking playoffs. He's playing 16 minutes. People are playing him for fish, idiots. I don't know what I did. I thought I clicked Caleb Martin. I was literally rushing. I was watching the McGregor documentary, so wasn't paying that much attention. All I knew was I wanted Captain Jimmy Butler because no one else wanted to. And then, I accidentally clicked Love, and the optimal lineup was the exact thing I had, except Caleb Martin over fucking Kevin Love is old fucking – get out of the fucking league, you old piece of shit. Anyway.
Kurt, that's the worst. That's off. That's brutal.
I mean, I still – even with the scumbag – scum of the earth, Kevin Love, I still won 4 milli tickets and got top 30 and all the single entry stuff. But, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
but when you're that close, I get it. When you're that close, does it just burn?
But the thing is, Kevin Love's not closing. He's always dust. He can't close. You're dust. So, I knew I was there when the fourth quarter started. Fucking get out of the league. If you can't play 20, get out of the league. Come on, man.
I would like to point out that the views of Kurt on Kevin Love are not reflective of the views on Kevin Love here at runpuresports.com. Kevin Love went to UCLA. Fantastic university out here in California. And he's a great human being. No off the court troubles. Other than Kurt, we're supportive of Kevin Love
Scumbag.
as he moves in the twilight, getting pretty close to the night, right? The
Gain the
sun
weight
is
back.
setting on his career. Great career there for Kevin Love. Kurt's comments notwithstanding. Tyler, anything else we should talk about just in general NBA? No love for Kev. Nice there. CJ says there's no love for Kev coming from Kurt. Tyler, anything else we should talk about before we dive into tonight's game?
Yeah, I thought maybe you forgot I was even here, Spread. You just had me sitting in the corner over here, didn't want to talk to me. I mean, I know the Lakers play tonight, so you don't want to talk about it. But
that's exactly why.
Can we talk about
don't give away the behind the scenes stuff, Tyler?
Yeah, but before we even talk about the Lakers spread, you didn't even talk about the playbook. We swept the board last night. We had the Heat plus 8 RPB. Sure, we had the over 211 RPB. Both those hit, bringing us to 17-6 this month, 328 and 260-8 since December 1st. Crushing it on the playbook, so definitely got to check that out. And if you watched the show last night, you crushed on the Heat bets. I gave out Heat plus 8, the team total, the over, all the performance doubles on Jimmy Butler, and then win the game at 5-1 or higher all won. So, I mean, you should have crushed this show, or you should have made so much money watching this show last night. You should be
I made a lot of money last night, Tyler. Yeah.
And I'm on
I tailed the side and total. I loved it.
Kevin Love got me too, Kurt. So don't worry. There's somebody else with you.
We know he's not playing. And it's like I said, I'm calling him a scumbag, but obviously I'm sure he would want to play more minutes if that's just how the rotation's going. And I knew he wasn't playing 18. So all my frustration is really just me bashing myself and blaming Kevin Love. It's all on me. I knew he wasn't playing 20. I made the mistake. I was watching the McGregor documentary. That's on me. But I'm a big Celtics fan, but everything I did last night was Heat-based. I captained Butler because no one wanted to. I took Gabe Vincent over. I sent this bet to JSU, actually. Plus 490. Gabe Vincent to score 15 points. Scored 15. It was plus 130 for his points and assists at over 14.5. Hit that. So everything was Heat. That's all. I think I took Rob Will's rebound, but I don't even think that hit. Might have. I don't know. I was just so preoccupied in the Gabe Vincent 15 points. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So. I mean, disappointed, but hey, won my bets, got some Millie tickets, go Heat.
That's what I mean. Kurt, he made such good stands. I love the stands that Kurt made.
I can't. This isn't even this isn't the normal I get to drill the Boston guy. It's like Travis, or I can get some anger out of him. This dude's already on Miami spread. I can't even mess with him.
I think we still win.
He's already jumped ship. He's already rooting for Miami. He just doesn't want me to mess with him about the Boston thing.
It's hard to stress out Kurt right now. Things have turned for him on those dating apps. He's nice and relaxed again. I mean, we're not going to get the same performance we got a couple weeks ago when he thought he was living in Northern California and it was just a never-ending drought.
I hedge my heart though, everything. Well, I don't know. It might change after. If he come out and win game 2, then I might get dramatic and just fade them all and game 3 to be different. But I hedge with my heart. So I obviously won Celtics to win yesterday, but hey, I'll do this other stuff. That way I'm not as mad when we lose,
All right, yeah.
Fred,
I have a friend who'd always do that in football.
They won 3 of the 4 quarters, right?
Bro.
Yeah, but they won the third quarter by so much, it doesn't matter. I mean,
y'all want a recap of
we've heard that story before a few years ago. Eastern Conference Finals, same matchup, same exact outcome.
What do you mean?
They had this same exact thing happen when they played in the Eastern Conference Finals. It was either last year or the bubble year.
Boston no, because last year did Boston beat Miami?
Not in game 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, I understand.
You're thinking whole series.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, Jake says, why is Boston even favored in this series? I don't think Miami has lost a home game in the playoffs, right? Helping you out there, Kurt. Call me Grammarly. I mean, Jake. Okay. I think that's a good question. I'll go ahead and answer. When we're making these numbers, Tyler, right? And my guy Clyde always gets on us about this. You're going to get pretty close to the sports books every time. I have a pretty good idea on what they're doing to make the numbers. And I'll be honest, I don't think they're really doing that much. I think that the sports books rely on the minus 110 and the people that they know are sharp betting into their numbers. And their idea is we don't need to spend hours and have a model with 47 inputs to put up a number that we could profit on with minus 110. Remember, minus 110, Meg bets 550 to win 500 on the Celtics. I bet 550 to bet 500 on the Heat, I get 1050 and the sports book gets 50. So it doesn't really matter as long as they get the money on both sides. So Boston's regular season numbers have been so much better than Miami. I mean, it's crazy. Like, it's tough for me to do this because I hate like just changing the model because it's not spitting out what I want. But the regular season numbers for Miami are they're wrong, right? But there's still some sort of modicum of just, hey, plug this thing in, let the minus 110 do the work, and we'll adjust it if a heavy hitter, like they go, oh, wait, Kurt just bet Miami 8 plus 8.5. Well, we know Kurt's sharp. We're going to move the line, right? So that's kind of how it goes. So I'm thinking that Boston is still favored this year. Also, and I could be wrong here, Kurt, you're down in Florida. I would say there's probably a lot more gamblers in Boston than in Florida. Am I right? Or do you think that's an unfair thing? I mean, it just feels like to me like New York, Philadelphia, Boston, especially with still using the paperheads and the local bookies and not using the legal books. I would say it's way more prevalent there. Am I right?
Absolutely. Spot on.
Yeah. So that's why I would guess that Boston's still favored. Now, we all talked about it. We all thought it was a little too high. What do you think the price should have been, Tyler? Because we all loved the plus 400 when we talked about it yesterday. I thought it should have been around plus 225. But this is me going off the head, not creating a model to give you that. What did you think it should have been? I was really surprised.
Are we talking series price or the money?
Yeah, the series price.
3-1.
You thought plus 300?
Plus 280, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I thought even lower. I thought plus 225.
It was just flat out disrespectful to list them at 4-1 to win the series. They have the better coach by miles. Like, did you see the interview with Missoula after the game spread?
They
asked them about the third quarter. They said, why didn't you call a timeout in the third quarter? He goes, I called 2 of them in the first.
Bro,
called 2 of them in the first.
You know our guy, Coach, J.R. Goodman?
Yeah, he just.
Did you see his tweet? He said, why would you call timeout when you don't have anything to say?
Yeah. It's like I said, we picked it out a long time ago, Spread. The dude's just kind of there. He's just on autopilot. And eventually, this might be the time where it's like, oh, Spoelstra actually knows what he's doing. He's getting everything he can out of the guys he has. They might, like our guy Travis says, fuck around and find out in this series.
Yeah, you've been calling for a while.
I do agree with what Kurt said. Philly is the more talented team. They were never going to close that series out. They were gifted the close out in Game 6. They couldn't slam the door. Game 7, they didn't have a chance. Miami will slam that door right in their face and take that final trip.
Yeah. The one thing, and you talked about it, right, throughout this whole playoffs, that Game 7 trend.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you've seen it.
So
they were there in the first half. Let's not take too much
from one game. The Miami Heat aren't in the aren't in the NBA Finals yet. So all Boston needs to do is win tomorrow night and then one game in Miami, and they're back in the driver's seat.
Have you looked at the spread for tomorrow yet?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was about to say too high again.
I mean, so it should have been 5.5 the first game, and then I understand Boston bounces back, so it should have been maybe 7 off that bounce back narrative.
Not much.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Spread, I love the meme you sent about Boston with their when they're favored. Boston.
Oh, I made that. That's where I actually went to a meme generator. I'd never done it before. That's one of the first memes I think I've ever made.
I love it.
Yeah. I like that.
That was good.
I'm feeling young, man. I figured out how to make it. It took me a little while, but downloaded and everything, was able to post it. So I'm pretty happy about that. But to sum up everything about the game, the Miami Heat won. And the players at Run Pure Sports won because, Tyler, like you said, 2-0 on the playbook again. What'd you say the May record is? I don't know. I just count the money. I don't count the record.
The record for the month, 17-6. And then since December 1st, 328 wins, 260 losses, and 8 pushes.
All right. RunPureSports.com. We'll give out that promo code MEG15 because she's the nicest guest that we have. The one that actually supports me when I'm down. Unlike all you mean people in the chat who keep coming after my head. That's right. MEG15 gets you 15% off all the content at RunPureSports.com. You'll get access to the bets. You'll get access to Kurt's fantastic Showdown cores. And, of course, you can upgrade and even get SaberSim, right? We start building those because even though we quote unquote hand build, right, Meg? Mm-hmm. I don't know about you. I start with running projections.
Yep, absolutely.
But then I either just tweak the projections or, just start taking people out and rerunning them. Oh, right. Like for Kurt yesterday. Oh, Kevin Love keeps hitting. let me just take him out altogether. Obviously, I didn't lower his projection enough, right?
Right.
But you can have fun with it. A little mix of hand building, but you got some help, right?
It's like you got the help to hand build. Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Between screwing the screwdriver in and using the drill, right? Just
exactly.
grab the drill.
Perfect.
Right in there.
You're on today, Spread. Perfect.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
excited, man. It's been a lot of fun. We've been winning a lot of money. Just bought new floors, and the credit card's already paid off because we've been killing it here at Run Pure Bets. Got to give some thanks to Joey Work and JC Zargo for those winners as well. But a lot of good things going on over here. So, if you are betting more than $20 a game, it's worth it. Come on over, join the fun. But let's dive into tonight's game. And Tyler, I've been talking about everything else because I've been trying to avoid this. I've been trying to avoid this. I kind of want just to hit the music and end the show right now. If I was you, I'd probably do that, right? Just show's over. But we're going to have to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, who are plus 5.5. They're in Denver tonight. The total is 226.5. The total hit 258 in game one. We discussed, we lean the over on the playbook. We should have gone all the way. I don't know. I think we might have missed our opportunity there.
Go to Meg first. I got to go deal with this dog. It's just profusely barking upstairs.
All right. Excited to hear Meg's thoughts on the game. Maybe. Let's hear what her thoughts are.
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to be totally excited because,
everyone's on the Lakers tonight.
Yeah.
It's actually my only hope for Denver.
Yeah, that's true. That probably does give you some hope for Denver. No, listen, can I see it going either way? Yes. But I think you guys talked about it on the show yesterday and made a lot of good points about, why we could see the Lakers bounce back tonight. Yeah, I'm on the Lakers tonight, but I'm not super confident about that. But I think especially on their performance doubles, which you guys know I love to do, you can get a ton of value on that because they're the dog. You can get a ton of value, betting, LeBron James double and win or something like that. So yeah, I mean, Tyler can speak to more of the reasons why he's probably on the Lakers too, but I thought you guys made a lot of good points about why they can bounce back and get this series even to go back to LA.
All right, Tyler, and I think I'm going to end up ceding control on the playbook to you for Lakers sides for the rest of the year because my emotions are just too much here. So, but I'm not going to not make you hear my input before you drop those tags up here. Here would be my major argument for the Nuggets. Everyone talks about that second half adjustment. Whoop-de-doo. Go ahead. Try and put Rui again on there tonight. I think that much is being too made of that, and I think Jokic crushes them if he gets another opportunity. Second, we've seen the Lakers be older, kind of play in spurts. I wonder if they used too much gas in that game one and that failed comeback because they've been – so first of all, Boston has no reason. Boston's young, but the Lakers being an older veteran team, they seem to really pick their spots more. They maybe – and I'm not saying this is a fact, but I'm just saying if I want to make an argument for the Nuggets, maybe the Lakers used a little bit too much energy for the 38-year-old player that's leading the team in that comeback to be good tonight. So first of all, I don't think so the energy thing, I could go either way, but I'll take a stand. I don't think that Rui thing is going to work long-term. I think it was a great, nice move in game one and maybe should have saved it for a closer game when it could have been the difference between a win and a loss. But that's my breakdown. You take it away.
Yeah, I mean, the more I look at this game, I hope our guy Holden's still in the chat because I want to hear his take. He's a Denver guy. I think the adjustment plays a lot more than you do just because the way to stop a guy like Jokic, you're never going to be able to just, we're going to cut off his shots. He's not going to be able to score the bucket. You got to make a guy like that think twice before he either A, passes the ball or shoots it. You got to make him think twice. The moment he goes to pass it, he's like, the shot's open. And he starts to fidget, turns it over. So you just got to do something like that. The Rui thing did that because he knows he could just back Rui into the paint. He has no idea where AD's coming from at that point. Is AD coming from the left? Is AD coming from the right? Is AD even showing up on the play? So he always has to worry about that in the back of his mind. Denver really only has 6 guys. They have their starters and Bruce Brown. Every single one of those guys got into double digits last game. KCP got into the 20s. I don't see that happening every game in this series. The Lakers have about 8 guys. AD might have played his mind out in game one. I feel like LeBron smelled blood and they made that adjustment, and that's why they went for it in that game. You give them guys 5 more minutes, I think they are up 1-0 in this series. I think they roll out tonight and Denver takes their first home loss. Give the 5.5 points to somebody else. I'll be on the money line.
I wish I could just change my screen to that.
Like, are we really trusting the Aaron Gordons, the KCPs?
Yes, it's role players at home
to get.
I'll take that in Game 3. That's a great breakdown for this weekend's
plus
game.
Points.
Pardon?
You didn't even let me finish the statement. To get 15 plus points.
Yes, I am.
No, you're crazy. You go look at their box scores.
You should change it to 30 since I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I should. Just cut me off right in the middle of the sentence. No, it's not right.
Expect them to go for 50 tonight?
Yeah.
All right, so Tyler and I are there giving you opposing views on the ways to look the side. But I'll tell you what, you guys know that I love the NBA. I consume content around the industry. I watch, the other guys, and I have a lot of respect for them too. I feel like I'm on an island here, which sometimes makes me feel good because I'll tell you what, it's never that easy. Although it didn't feel that easy last night because the whole world was on the Heat last night and we all cashed it. We got money line tickets. So maybe it is that easy. I don't know, Kurt. What do you think? Is it going to be just like logging on and having that beautiful face on a dating app? Is it going to be that easy?
It's a tough. I think I'm leaning the Nuggets actually. So I think
Talk to us then. Give me an extensive breakdown. The floor is yours. Take as much time as you like.
I said at the beginning of the playoffs, like all these NBA teams, this dates back to like the 60s. Teams just had to go through the natural progression of they lost first year. Second year, they had injuries, made it a little bit farther. I just think this is the natural progression of the Nuggets. So I do think they win the series, but I think they're just – I'm not really like this Lakers team lately, what I've seen. I know they got past the Warriors, but that's another story. I do think they bounce back at home, possibly even the series. But, I'm leaning the Nuggets here. Would I be surprised if the Lakers win? No, I will not be betting a side, but I'm leaning the Nuggets.
All right. Are you betting any props, or are you interested in attacking this total 226.5?
Usually, I pulled up the props yesterday at 6 o'clock, and that went really well for me. So I'll pull them up now, though. But you hit me.
Well, thank you for adjusting your routine for us and all the people watching here live on the Run Pure Sports YouTube.
I got one that Rubio put in the chat earlier, and I wanted to up it a little bit because I like to play for Keats. But with them leaving Aaron Gordon wide open. He shot over 3 yesterday. Rubio put this in the chat, so I'm stealing this directly, but I'm going to make it too. He said that obviously they're going to leave him wide open. That's the adjustment. They're going to make him make corner threes. One of two things can happen. They leave AG out there, and he just keeps having to shoot him, or they put in Jeff Green, like Draymond mentioned on Twitter the other day. They played Jeff Green over Aaron Gordon some more, maybe like 24-ish minutes for Uncle Jeff. But that first situation, I think we get 5 threes from a 35-ish% shooter, and he's minus 130 to make a 3. I'll go ahead and bump it up to 1.5. I've been waiting for the one solid fantasy playoff game from AG for a while. So maybe it's here. Maybe he's banging home a couple of threes and he's confident in that shot. I see the first one go down is really the biggest thing. But I'll go over 1.5 threes for Aaron Gordon. I'm assuming it's like plus 250, plus 220, something like that, I imagine. But also
not even close.
What? Is it lower?
No. His 2+ threes on FanDuel's plus 440.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, so obviously the more safer pick is just do the over. Just make one, whatever the fuck it is. God, and then like my Gabe Vincent plus 490 hit last night. I'll be dabbling in AG to make 2 of those things. Just please see the first one go in, and miss the next 3, and just make one last one in the fourth. That's all I need, buddy. That's all I need.
All right,
I love the odds. That's sexy.
Tyler, one thing that's making me happy today, I'm looking in the chat. You see my guy, We the People, right? Excellent NBA handicapper. He's with us all year, always providing great content. I'd love to see this. Tyler, do you see this for the people who aren't, just listening? We the People writes, Lakers aren't winning until they get back home. I mean, we should send him an invite and just let him talk for 20 minutes.
We should. And then he can drop this question on you. Spreading out, picking a side. Didn't hear spread, pick a side.
All right, let's move into props and totals now. Tyler, what do you have for the props tonight?
This is our section spread where you list off our props and we give you the.
Do you want to do that right now? Let's go to you guys first, and I'll finish it off.
I haven't ran my numbers for the props yet, so we'll go right to you with these ones, or if Meg has some.
Meg, prayer performance doubles. Where are you going?
Yeah,
prayer performance doubles. Can you imagine that? Like you're in like a Catholic church, or like, give me a prayer performance double. Like I need twice the amount of divine intervention for this prayer than normal. We'll have to talk to the Pope about that, but your player performance doubles, what will those be?
Yeah, I said I'm not super confident in my pick of the Lakers, but again, you get a lot of value in betting the Lakers with the player performance doubles. So again, and AD has not been, super consistent. He has that 40, point game. I don't know that he's going to, do that again. And I think LeBron's going to, if they win, LeBron's going to have to be the one to carry it. So my safer one is like a player performance double of LeBron double and win. I think you could get for plus 330. I like that. If you want to go nuts, you can do LeBron 30 and win. And then if you want to get really nuts, LeBron 35 and win is plus 1300. I think it's certainly in the range of outcomes to sprinkle something on that if you think Lakers are winning and LeBron has to do more of the heavy lifting.
All right, Kurt, you gave out that one prop. Will you be dabbling on it anymore? If not, just give it out again. Some people are jumping in and out of the streams. I know a lot's going on right now.
Yeah, so stole the first one from Rubio, and then I just kind of built off it. It's over. God, I got to stop saying that. It's one made 3 from Aaron Gordon. Thank you, Rubio. I'm adding some extra sauce. I'm going to go. He makes 2 of those things, shoots like 2 of 5, and it's plus 400. Thanks to Tyler telling me that. And I eventually pulled it up. I think it's the Aaron Gordon sink or swim game. So I'm going to do him to score. I think it's 12.5, his points prop. And then also there's a little spicy under. Jamal Murray under 2.5 threes made plus 130.
Oh.
Older.
I don't get your thinking there. When we target these 3 props, we usually go off attempts. I think he's going to throw up a lot tonight, Tyler.
He's going to make 2 of them.
Right.
He's going to throw up a lot. I do agree he's going to throw up a lot.
If he goes from like 2 from 8 from the field, then I'm dead. I'm in shambles, and Tyler will be hosting right now.
This isn't why I picked it, but I just now pulled it up. And like I said, this is not why I chose the pick. But the second game, so the first game against Phoenix at home, shot 6 of 10 from 3. Second game came back at home against Phoenix, shot 0 of 9. That's not why, but I'm just saying it can happen. He shot 0 of 9 in the second game at home, and it can happen. The Lakers are good at defending the 3. I do think he shoots like 10. I think he shoots 2 of 10 from the 3-point line. That's all. Plus 130.
All right.
He is very streaky, and it's just, you think about it. You look at it, it's like, you're probably not stopping Jokic. We can contain Murray a lot better, so I could see them going that route. Let's stop the number 2 guy and force all the role players and Jokic to beat us. Like, let's not have Murray put 30 points on the board again.
But with Murray, it feels like
if Murray's putting 30 on the board,
he's just hot or cold. It doesn't seem like the shot selection is different in the bad games. He either makes the wide open shots or misses the wide open shots, right?
I mean, let him have the wide open shots.
Yeah.
Give the wide open shots to the Aaron Gordons and the Bruce Browns and make them beat you.
What about my other guy? The forgotten man, MPJ, give him the open shots. We don't want that guy shooting open shots because those will go in. I know. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, Tyler, you already start rate. We're playing rate the prop. My first one, Aaron Gordon, over 5.5 rebounds. He's gone over this 5.5 in 9 of his last 11 games, and he's averaging 5.9 rebounds per game over the last 11 games. Tyler, rate my prop, Aaron Gordon, over 5.5.
Give you 2 thumbs up on that one, spread. Love that one. He's going to play the small ball 5. He's going to guard LeBron most of the time, so he's going to be in the paint anyway. Should definitely be able to get the 6 rebounds.
All right. So if you guys are building a parlay of the props, Tyler's added that one. Kurt or Meg, do you have any yays or nays on that one? What do you think?
Big yay for that one. I love that one.
Aaron Gordon, sink or swim game, baby.
All right. Aaron Gordon, another Northern California player. Came out of the Bay Area. We got to root for him. Let's go ahead and next one. This really ties into your performance double there, Meg. So I already know that you're going to agree here, but it's LeBron James over 9.5 rebounds. Yep. He had 12 rebounds in game 1, and he's averaging 10.2 rebounds per game over the postseason. Tyler, I just going to keep betting this until they make it 10.5.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah,
that's
a pretty easy one. I think everyone's.
Which performance double did you talk about, Meg? The double one?
The double wins plus 330. Yeah.
Okay, because there's a 12+ rebounds and win that you get close to about 6-1 on.
Oh, okay.
I
don't mind that too. Yeah,
2 more rebounds and he got there in game 1. I like that one also.
Exactly. Absolutely.
What'd you say, Kurt? They're playing for keeps over here with these. And finally, not finally, I got more after this, but how would I not bet this one? Jokic over 29.5. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been the best player in the playoffs. He's gone over tonight's total in 5 of his last 6 games, and over that 6 games, he's averaged 36.2 points per game. Is anyone going under on Jokic tonight?
No. I'd go under on the guys around him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It feels like he could score 45 and the Nuggets could still lose. I also bet Anthony Davis over 2.5 assists. Tyler, we've talked about this a bunch of times. It should be 3.5. I don't know why it's still 2.5, so I'll just keep betting it.
I'm kind of torn on this one just because I don't think Denver has to do what like the Golden State did and just flat out double team him right off the bat. Like Jokic isn't the best defender, but he's a big body that AD just can't push out of the way. So I think those assists mostly come on the pick and rolls where he's crashing the rim, catches it. It's either go up and dunk it, or you have a backdoor cutter and he catches that guy, or he kicks it out to the 3. So that's how I think he gets the assist.
All right. Well, Davis has gone over that 2.5 total in 5 of his last 6 games. So I'm going to keep going to it. Maybe it'll dry up eventually. But until it does, I'm going to continue to play it. I don't think Kurt's going to like this one. Jamal Murray over 25.5.
Mid-range season.
It's almost to me that's the same as betting the Nuggets, because if he has a good game, I think the Nuggets can win. If he doesn't have a good game, they don't. I think that those are the most correlated out of almost anything. I mean, even the Lakers could win without a huge AD game. Jokic just isn't going to have a bad game, so I'm not even going to consider that possibility. What do you think of Jamal Murray tonight and my idea that this is basically betting on a side or a total?
I don't think it exactly betting on a side or a total, because he could definitely get there and they could still lose. Okay. I mean, him and Jokic combined for 60, and the next highest guy has 12 points. They're good probably point. Dead.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to throw that one out there. Austin Reeves, I bet his assists as well, but we've already talked about that.
Auto bet every game.
Yeah. What about betting his rebounds too? I mean, the guy is just
he's not coming off the court.
Up. Yeah, Kurt's right. He's not coming off the court. He is basically their third guy. Yeah, all his props are there. They seem too low.
3.5 on the rebounds too. He's gone over that in 9 of his last 12 games. I mean,
give me both of those. Give me the rebounds plus assists, whatever that number is. Yeah. I'm not going to bet the points because the dude did catch fire in the fourth quarter and scored the majority of those in that little run. But I mean, he could definitely still get there on the points too.
Yeah, and the threes.
Those threes are usually 1.5.
He's chucking them. Yeah. Yeah, he's chucking them.
All right, now that we've talked about my props, you can kind of see what players that I'm going to be targeting when I'm building the Showdown lineup. But Meg, let's say there's someone in the chat, right? They just used that promo code MED15. They just signed up. They just became a member today, right? So they're not familiar with everything like, most of the chatters probably are. How would you use the content tonight to build a Showdown lineup? And not for someone who's been multi-entering for 2-3 years, someone who's just joining. How would you use this tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Rubio already has the Showdown playbook up. So it's up early. You go through, he has all his players that he likes basically in the player pool that he's considering flex or captain. And then he highlights the ones in captain. So, pretty much I usually ride with those potential captains unless I have a very strong take on my own. And then he kind of goes through and makes his case for the guys that are good values, good flex plays, and then guys that you may want to fade just because either they're too high priced, too high owned, that kind of stuff. So it's really broken down in a way that whether you're new to Showdown or just new to using our, RPS Showdown playbooks, it's really easy to use. And then other coordinators put their cores in of, okay, here's my favorite captain and 2 favorite flex plays, and you can build off there. Then of course in Discord up to lock, the guys are in there, letting some 2v2 decisions. I know a lot of people are asking, Gordon or Porter, and then they'll say Porter, or Kurt would say Gordon, so that kind of stuff. And it's great because you're getting a lot of perspectives. But then you just then kind of can take all that information and then land with what you feel most comfortable. Like I'm higher on LeBron tonight than AD, but I mean, other people may.
So I like to use the playbook in order to adjust the projections in SaberSim and it manually adjusts them. Right. Do you like to do something like that, right? So I go in there and I see that Rubio's highlighted a certain player, and I'll go ahead and leave that for the members to see the players that he's highlighted. but player X, he's highlighted. I'll go ahead and bump him 2 or 3 points in the projection, depending on whether or not he's a role player, right? Because if he's only averaging, 12 fantasy points, I'm bumping to 15s a lot more than going from a guy like Jokic, 54 to 57, right? So obviously correlating to the total number of fantasy points total, but I'm going to bump them up in the projections. Then I'm going to do the same when I'm looking at the guy's core plays. But of course, I'm going to take stands on my own, right? We just blasted Jason Tatum as a guy that really is inconsistent, right? I mean, he follows a 51 point. He had 30 last night, but he didn't feel like he had the same gravity on the game. Anthony Davis has been that way too, right? Absolutely. He had some huge games where I'm on Twitter after the game and he's the best player in the NBA and he's the MVP and he's defensive player of the year. And,
and he disappears the next day.
The next game, he's not there.
Right.
I might knock down Anthony Davis tonight in my projections, regardless of how he's in the core plays. How do you like to integrate when these guys' core plays come up later?
Yeah, I need to get better, honestly, about actually updating the projections. What I do is more like take from the playbook and say, okay, they make a good point about these captains. I'm going to, try a lock button LeBron captain. Let's see what that spits out. Okay, let me now lock button Jokic captain. Let me lock button Murray captain, and then just see the different things. Then I also make the stands of, okay, he likes fading these guys. Well, then I also like fading these guys, and then I knock out the fades. So I use it more for like the, really getting my captain exposure right, and then kind of weeding out the players that I absolutely want no access to. Since I'm only building 2 or 3, I just kind of want to make some big stands on the cuts. And so I use it like that, but I do want to get, integrate a lot more, like you said, like where I'm actually tweaking projections more. So I think you could do it both ways though. And probably all of it is better.
Yeah. Well, Kurt, is there anything that we left out on using the content in Run Pure Sports in order to start winning these showdown slates like you've been doing?
No, just, listen to it. Whatever.
Kurt, were you listening?
Yeah. Listen to what everyone says and take it in your own way.
Right. Exactly.
If you come into the night and you love your build with Reeves captain and everyone's shitting on Reeves, you got to stick with your guns, but just understand what they're saying. If you're on board with what they're saying and how the game plays out, then follow them. But at the end of the day, go with your gut and then look at always look back at the results. Look back at what they said, how they digested it, how they viewed it, and see what you can do differently or what you can continue doing. Like my boy Cody, who's been on an absolute heater since he signed up with RPS, like $15K as a low dollar player in the first month as a Run Pure member. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, he found the recipe. He likes to find 1 or maybe 2 things he does on his own, and then the rest of the things he likes to take advice from everyone else as far as the coordinators go. So I
think that's perfect. You don't want to take everything as gospel. You have to make your own decisions too, but take it as a guide, take it as a strong guide, but then, make your stands. And again, don't be afraid to do what Kurt did last night. That was an amazing stand. Okay. People don't like Jimmy and the captain. Okay, great. I'll get Jimmy and the captain for low ownership. It's playoff Jimmy. And
3 people had the lineup in the single entry contest.
And just look at the game 1 of this series. Everyone talked Jokic captain. Everyone talked Murray captain. AD captain.
Guess who's on AD captain?
Yeah.
All right. Well, and some things in life, some things are complicated and some things are simple. And I think that, if you just did join and you are using that promo code MEG15, it's probably going to take you a little while, right? To figure out what works best for you as far as using the content to make winning lineups and make yourself a better daily fantasy player. But Tyler, what's simple is using the Run Pure Bets NBA playbook. You go to the page. If the tag says RPB on it, that means Tyler and I have bet it in our own personal accounts. You can just go ahead and bet it too. And the cool thing is this doesn't happen during the playoffs, right? But during the regular season, right? Why is there an up to lock show? Because people are getting scratched left and right. So let's just say LeBron's out of the lineup all of a sudden. Well, you can see the projections and say, okay, we'll spread bet the Lakers, but they're favored by 5 and he has them winning by 8. Now the line's moved to 9 or whatever. So you can still use the projection. So even if the line is moved, you can get an idea of where we at on the game. So it kind of helps you with the line movements too. And that's why I really do like the projections, Tyler, because we can't account for line movement, especially with late game scratches and stuff, but we can give you an idea of what we projected the score. And then you can make the decision on your own whether or not the play is still good if the line has moved against you. So there we have it. We've done everything today. I'm excited for tonight's game. I'm excited for the NBA Showdown slate, and I'm excited for these guys to keep winning. But we're not done here yet. But what we do ask, hit that thumbs up button, guys, right? We're here Monday through Friday. We're giving you the winners. We're taking abuse from the chat. They want you to pick a side on every single game, but we're doing it anyways, right? So please give us the thumbs up. We'll continue to bring this top quality content. Tyler, start with you. Best bet for today, side, total, or prop?
Yeah, best bet is going to be the Lakers +5. I also like the money line here. I think they even the series up tonight. Some performance doubles I like. Meg talked about that double-double and win. Love that one. The 12+ rebounds and win at 7-1. Also like that one. There's an 8+ assists on LeBron also at +480. His triple-double alone is listed at 8-1. But if you go in and you same-game parlay his 25+ points, 10+ assists, 10+ rebounds, and the Lakers money line comes out at 33-1. So a triple-double and a win is 33-1. Those will be my bets for tonight.
All right, Meg, best bet for tonight's side, total, prop?
Yeah, I along with Tyler, like the LeBron performance doubles. If you want to get nuts with it, go LeBron 30+ to win, or really nuts LeBron 35 to win, 13 plus 1,300. But that's not my bet. I'll stick with that. I think he pushes his points a little more to make sure that carries his team. I think over 26.5 you get plus odds, so I'll do that as my favorite bet.
Kurt, best bet?
Aaron Gordon, 80 made threes. Ladder action, baby. 1 made 3, 2 made 3s, 3 made 3s. A little ladder action on 8.
Ladder.
I don't think he's made 3 in his life, but ladder situation we got going on here.
Ladder season.
I'm doing it. I'm using the Gabe Vincent money last night to do it too.
There you go.
All right. Well, the best rapper of all time, who's not Drake, youngsters, by the way, Tupac. He had a great album. It's called "Me Against the World." That's how I feel tonight. Although I'm doing a remix, it's me and Kurt against the world because I think he's on the Nuggets with me. Give me the Nuggets -5.5. I'm being contrarian. I don't even have a great reason. I'm just doing it because we got to pick a side. But no, I'm rooting for the Nuggets tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them win. I think that Lakers energy deal is going to be a big deal, and I think you're going to see who's right off the bat. Do we get a flat performance? If the Nuggets get out to a big lead, I don't think they're going to push back, and I really want to see how much that Rui adjustment really matters. I think that Malone and the Nuggets are going to tear it to shreds tonight. Tyler thinks it's a fantastic adjustment because he believes that it's going to allow Anthony Davis to roam. My final counter to that would be the Nuggets torched Jared Vanderbilt this year when they did play him, and some of this is with a different team, so maybe it's not that good. But the idea that I think they're still going to be able to be effective with AD being able to roam. So I like the Nuggets -5.5. Give me that as my best bet, but I know none of you guys will probably join me. Tyler, this is the toughest part of our whole week because we have two great guests, but only one person to do the words of wisdom. Do we want to get wild? Do we want to get crazy? Do we want it with Kurt? Oh, great. My computer just went off. Am I still here?
You're still here. You're still here.
Whoa.
I can't even see you guys. Tyler, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, before we go to the words of wisdom, though, I wanted to talk to you, Spread, a little bit. LeBron finally put an end to that dynasty up north in Northern California. Bob Myers is parting way with the Warriors. The last guy in that front office standing there to help build that team. Jerry West is already in LA helping the Clippers.
Why did you guys call me a hater? You guys have been remember on the other shows, the old Wednesday shows, you guys would call me a hater every single week. You guys are all so happy the Warriors are gone. Who's the hater now?
We are happy.
We're happy.
Yeah, we're happy.
Steph can still ball out, be the best point guard ever. He can still be the best point guard ever, have his stats, but we don't need the other guys.
I'm over Draymond.
Yeah.
Because of Draymond, huh?
Yeah.
For me, mostly, but yeah, I'm over it.
Who's your favorite team, Meg?
Well, I mean, I'm a Washington fan, but
you don't think that Draymond would help the Wizards?
He's so unlikable. I just don't
he's gonna bully Corey Kispert for his lunch money. We don't need him on the Wizards.
But no, right now I just like watching good basketball. So obviously that's not the Wizards. So
well, it hasn't been forever. I don't know who has a more cursed franchise, you or me.
That's true.
Because both of us, we keep pushing for that like 8 seed in the playing game. And it was cool we made the 3 seed this year as a Kings fan, but it was like the healthiest run of any team in the NBA this year. I don't know if it's going to come back. All right. So, Tyler, you didn't allow it to do it. You just wanted to dance on the graves of the Warriors. But I'll tell you what, as long as you have Steph, you're never dead. As long as you have Steph, you're never dead. And before we say it's over, let's see who they replace him with, because I think working for Joe Lacob, living in the Bay Area, I mean, it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. It's one of the most expensive places in the world. So you better pay him because, bro, it's like $3,000 for like a 1-bedroom apartment out there. And don't even get me talking about how much the homeless situation there in San Francisco. But, hey, you can live in the suburbs. Things will be fine. I'm not ready to put it yet. As long as Steph's still playing. Tyler, this dynasty's not over, so Steph retires. All right?
Okay.
That's true. I mean, that's true.
Okay.
Tyler does not seem to be in agreement with me, but who are we picking to give us the words of wisdom before we get out of here, Tyler?
I think we gave him the Meg last week, so we'll give him to our guy Kurt this week.
Last week, damn it.
He yelled because he thought I sneezed. I did not sneeze.
That was hilarious. Who was that?
I did not sneeze. I swear. You went
that was
nuts.
a really ass sneeze, and whoever it was.
It was hilarious. Whatever.
Who was it?
I didn't sneeze. I didn't.
No, I believe you, Meg.
I can't remember a week ago.
I can't remember either. I'll have to go back and watch it.
Says 2 guys who have a girly sneeze, I bet. That was you all yesterday.
Oh, my.
That was a good one. I guess we'll go to Meg this week. Even though Kurt seems like he's fired up and he'd give us some good ones right now.
I mean, we always know it's more entertaining.
I mean, you can tag off to him, Meg, if you really need to, right? I mean,
I haven't had my Vyvanse in like a week. I can't.
Oh,
what did he say?
His medicine. Okay, I got it. I got you, Kurt. I got this. Okay, so, but my words of wisdom were to be a little like Kurt. And in Showdown, if someone, just because whatever you're reading, whatever you're hearing is off a certain player, if you have a stand, you go with your gut. That's how you win in DFS. You make stands. So make stands tonight and bring some winners home.